Welcome, my fellow darkness dwellers, to a place where fear takes the wheel and shadows hold the keys. Welcome to our channel where we delve into the darkest corners of the unknown, exploring the eerie and unsettling tales that keep you awake at night. Tonight, we descend into the cold, concrete depths of deserted parking garages, those echoing labyrinths where darkness reigns and shadows dance with unseen entities. We have three spine-chilling stories of unexplained lights, flickering beacons in the abyss that promise only fear and despair. Turn off the lights, my friends, and let the chills take hold. Sit back, but don't get too comfortable, and prepare to be terrified by the unsettling tales that await you within these concrete tombs. Our first tale takes us to the unsettling quiet of a desolate parking garage. Its concrete floors stained with oil and neglect, the air thick with the smell of dampness and decay. The only sound that dares to break the silence is the rhythmic tick-tock of the security guard's footsteps as he makes his rounds. His name is Frank, a man hardened by years of solitary nights spent in the company of shadows and echoes. He's seen his fair share of strange occurrences, flickering lights dismissed as faulty wiring, odd noises attributed to stray animals seeking shelter. But tonight, something feels different, the air thick with an unseen tension. As Frank rounds the corner on the third level, a flash of light pierces the oppressive darkness. It's a single, solitary light emanating from the far end of the garage where shadows cling to the walls like spectral graffiti. It flickers and pulses, an unnatural beacon in the otherwise impenetrable darkness. A shiver crawls down Frank's spine, a primal instinct warning him of unseen danger. He reaches for his walkie-talkie, the familiar weight offering a small comfort, but the static that greets him only amplifies his unease. He's alone, cut off from the outside world, facing whatever lurks in the heart of that unnatural light. With a deep breath, Frank starts towards the light, his footsteps echoing in the cavernous silence. Each step feels heavier than the last, his heart pounding against his ribs like a frantic prisoner trying to escape. He grips his flashlight tighter, its beam cutting through the darkness. But the unsettling light remains, a hypnotic siren calling him deeper into the unknown. As he approaches, the details of the light become clearer. It's not a car alarm, no flashing hazard lights. This light is different, pulsating with an eerie rhythm, casting long dancing shadows that writhe and contort on the surrounding walls. Fear, cold and sharp, begins to gnaw at Frank's resolve. He's close enough now to make out the source of the light, a single, flickering fluorescent bulb hanging precariously from a rusted fixture. But what chills Frank to his core is the emptiness surrounding it. There are no cars, no people, nothing to explain the presence of this solitary light in the heart of the deserted garage. Suddenly the light flickers violently, casting the garage into a chaotic strobe effect. Shadows dance with renewed frenzy, twisting and turning into grotesque shapes that seem to reach out towards Frank with grasping, spectral fingers. He stumbles back, his heart pounding against his ribs, a scream caught in his throat. The light goes out. Darkness slams down, heavier and more oppressive than before. Frank is plunged into absolute blackness, the silence deafening in the wake of the now absent light. He stands frozen, every sense on high alert, waiting, listening for any sign of movement, any clue as to what just transpired. Minutes crawl by, each one an eternity, just when Frank starts to think the light was nothing more than a cruel trick of his imagination. He hears it, a soft, shuffling sound coming from the darkness, where the light once pulsed. Fear, raw and primal, takes hold. Our next chilling encounter takes us to the familiar setting of a Friday night, a time when youthful exuberance clashes with the chilling embrace of the unknown. A group of friends, bubbling with laughter and excitement, pile out of their car and into the echoing emptiness of a multi-level parking garage. There's Jake, the fearless leader, always the first to embrace a dare. By his side is Emily, her infectious laughter a beacon in the dimly lit structure. Rounding out the group are Ben, the skeptic, and Chloe, her curiosity piqued by the stories whispered about this particular garage. They're on their way to a party, their excitement palpable as they navigate the concrete maze. The air crackles with anticipation, their laughter echoing off the cold, unforgiving walls, oblivious to the silent observer lurking in the shadows. As they ascend to the next level, a strange light catches their attention. It's a soft, ethereal glow, emanating from the far end of the garage, where darkness seems to cling with an almost tangible presence. Curiosity, fueled by youthful bravado, begins to stir within the group. "What is that?" Emily asks, her voice echoing in the stillness. Jake, ever the daredevil, shrugs off the unsettling feeling that settles in the pit of his stomach. "Probably just some kids messing around," he replies, his voice betraying a hint of uncertainty. Chloe, drawn to the unknown, feels a shiver crawl down her spine. "Maybe we should just go," she suggests, but her words are lost in the excitement of the group. Ben, ever the skeptic, scoffs. "Come on, Chloe, don't be such a scaredy cat," he teases, already heading towards the mysterious light. Their footsteps echo in the oppressive silence as they make their way towards the source of the light. The air grows heavy, the temperature noticeably colder, as if they've stumbled into the breath of something ancient and malevolent. As they approach, the light seems to intensify, casting long, distorted shadows that dance and writhe on the surrounding walls. The laughter dies down, replaced by an uneasy silence, broken only by the quickening beat of their hearts. Finally, they reach the source of the light, a single, flickering fluorescent bulb hanging precariously from a rusted fixture. But it's not the light itself that sends chills down their spines, it's what lies beneath it. There, on the cold, unforgiving concrete, is a child's toy, a worn teddy bear with one button eye dangling precariously from its threadbare face. The sight of it, so out of place in this desolate environment, sends a wave of unease through the group. "This is messed up," Jake mutters, his bravado faltering for the first time. Even he, the fearless leader, can't shake the feeling that something is terribly wrong. The air crackles with unseen energy and the temperature plummets. Chloe, her senses on high alert, feels a presence behind her, cold and menacing. "Guys, I don't like this," she whispers, her voice trembling with fear. But before anyone can react, the light above them explodes in a shower of sparks, plunging them into absolute darkness. Screams erupt, echoing off the concrete walls, a symphony of terror orchestrated by an unseen force. Our journey takes us through the eyes of Sarah, a woman grappling with the realization that the most terrifying monsters are often cloaked in shadows and silence. It's late, well past midnight, and Sarah finds herself alone, navigating the deserted parking garage. Exhaustion pulls at her eyelids, but the thought of reaching her car spurs her on. The silence amplifies the rhythm of her heels clicking against the concrete. Each echoing footfall reminds her of her isolation. As she rounds the corner, her heart leaps into her throat. A lone light flickers erratically, casting long, dancing shadows. Fear pierces the fog of exhaustion. Her grip tightens on the pepper spray in her purse. She considers turning back, but decides to press on. With each step closer, the hairs on her neck stand on end. The air grows heavy, the temperature dropping noticeably. A single, flickering fluorescent bulb hangs precariously, but it's the figure standing beneath it that sends chills down her spine. A tall, shadowy figure stands motionless beneath the bulb. Its presence radiates a palpable aura of menace. Terror seizes Sarah's chest, constricting her breath. She wants to scream, to run, but her feet feel rooted to the spot. The figure takes a step closer, its movements fluid and silent. The flickering light reveals sharp angles and unnatural curves. Suddenly, the light explodes in a shower of sparks, plunging the garage into darkness. Sarah screams, a primal shriek that echoes off the concrete walls. She stumbles back, her hand frantically searching for the pepper spray. Her fingers close around the familiar shape, offering a glimmer of hope. Blindly, she fumbles for the trigger, her finger trembling as she aims. A burst of pepper spray erupts, filling the air with a stinging cloud, but there's no sound, no movement, only the deafening silence of the darkness. The cold, concrete depths of deserted parking garages, once mundane structures of steel and concrete, now stand as chilling reminders that darkness holds dominion over the unseen terrors that lurk just beyond the reach of light. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of fear. If you found solace in the shared experience of these chilling tales, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more terrifying tales from the abyss. Until next time, my fellow darkness dwellers, stay safe, stay aware, and most importantly, stay scared. The shadows are listening.